integrity. You have to research and investigate thoroughly to know the root of title. Who is issuing that title? He say his father owns the land. What if another person from that community say his own father said that he owns the land too? How are you going to do? And then if you buy one land, maybe in Abogazi, inside bush, are you going to be there in the night to secure the land to make sure that anybody will not put the beacon there? Maybe your client who is abroad paid you money to go and buy the land. You have made your money, put it in the pocket, and you have gone. How are you sure that those people that sold that land to you will not sell it to another person? What are you going to do to secure it, to make sure they don't do it? Like some of us who have been on ground, as in Erubayagun and Chago, once they hear the name, they dare not try it. They dare not try it. But my new policy is that any land I acquire, I must fence it. I must, in fact, at the point of acquisition, I'll put bulldozer there, clear it and fence it, put gate before I will sell it to people. Why? So that even if you are blind, deaf and dumb, you know that somebody owns this property. Let me tell you something. It looks like a joke, but it's reality. My father killed some property. He's a land speculator. He's also a surveyor. So there's a layout he did in 2001, somewhere in Ike. So this year, my father had some health challenges, so he had to go to UK for treatment. So when he was flown to UK for treatment, he was in the hospital. So we are communicating with him from here. So I was overseeing his activities. 5 young men in that community where my father have sold land went into that land and started fencing it. The traditional ruler asked them, why are you fencing that land? It's somebody's land. Don't you know the owner? They told the traditional land that the owner, they heard that the man is about to die. They have thrown him abroad. Who knows whether he will come back? So the traditional ruler told him, okay, even if he doesn't come back, you know he has some sons who are into this business too. Don't you think his sons will come after this land? They told him, that's his son who was a commissioner. He's no longer in good terms with the governor. He's no longer in power. Have you seen the mindset? So if you are sick and you are flown abroad, or if you are no longer in power, or if you don't have capacity to fight, they are going to resell that land and use that money and fight you. Okay? So that is why you need to be very, very careful in what you are getting into. I have a lot of young realtors that I mentor. Some of them will go to Abogas, go to somewhere in Nightmare. They will just go and get 100 plots there. Somewhere that in the next 20 years, nobody is going to live there. How are you going to how are you going to stay there every day and night and secure it and be sure that nobody goes to sell it again? Even if they sell it again, how are you going to know that somebody has put beacon there? Okay? So these are the things we need to be very, very careful of. Then, property security. It's just the same thing I'm saying. How do you secure it? How do you secure the fact that this transaction you have done in the next 5 years, I'm not going to be going to EFCC or police or be refunding this money? Strategies for sustainability for realtors. So as a realtor, for you to sustain yourself and remain relevant in this business and last longer in this business, you have to, take into cognizance the following points. Number one, set clear vision, goals, and metrics. Write down your vision and make it clear. Some people will say they are selling land. Some people will say they are selling housing. Some people will say they are developing estates. Some people will say they are speculating land. There's one guy that once told me that he wants to be an estate developer. So one day he called me and said, do I have somebody, people that can sell 2,000 plots in Nike? I asked him, what are you doing with 2,000 plots? What are you doing? He said, some people say they are looking. I say, you are not a speculator, not a developer. Now, if somebody called me and asked me that kind of thing, I'll just say, oh, sorry, I don't have. It's not like I can't find it. I can find it, but it's not within my area of calling. I don't have time and to bear those troubles. So set your vision clear and your goals clear. What are you going to be, a career speculator, a career estate developer, or just a career agent, and stay on that trajectory and solidify yourself and consolidate yourself on that. Monitor market trends and adjust your strategies. From time to time, there are a lot of things that happen in our economy that some of us are not, we don't know the impact in our lives. It's only when you see that, you cannot, you have 1 million naira within 1 week, you don't finish it. That's when you start realizing it. But when you hear that NNPC have added 100 naira to fuel price, you should know what it means and what it will impact in the market. Because what you are selling is a product that is bought by people who have made money, not for poor people. So if it affects the purchasing power of those people, it's going to affect your market. Now, leverage on technology for efficiency and marketing. Digital marketing is a trend. A lot of you know about it. Improve on your digital marketing skills. Improve on your online presence. Improve on your company brand, your communication skills, and the way you relate with your clients. Foster strong professional networks and relationships. You are not a lawyer, but you can have a lawyer that advises you. You are not a surveyor, but you have a surveyor that you can consult to advise you on survey issues. You are not an estate valuer, but you have an estate valuer that can advise you on the value of this property you are going to venture into. So work with professionals and get their advice and take their advice serious. Invest in professional development, that is continuous education. Attend conferences, join association, join Real Estate Developers Association. Attend conferences that will increase your knowledge about property management, property marketing, issue of titling, issue of land administration. Get enough knowledge and improve on yourself. Expand online presence, develop strategic partnership. Develop strategic partnership. Develop, if you are an estate developer, depending on your market model, your market model, you should have land speculators that give you land. You should have money lenders or banks that give you funding. You should have all those things around you so that anything you do, you'll be successful. The same with realtors. If you're a realtor, then you should have people that have genuine properties that give you at maybe staggered amount or give you easier incentive to be able to market them. Mr. Sami, I can see you. Just for a few minutes. Enhance customer experience. Okay, like I talked before, the image of the realtor will determine the customer experience. If the customer meets you, what does he experience? Yes, will he experience a guy man or a jobber? We get after this one, you say Oyori, Oye Rigom. Okay, it happens when the buyer and the seller meet behind the realtor. Okay, all those things. What experience does your customer have, and what kind of communication do you have with your customer so that whenever you bring any other product to your customer, you'll be able to buy it. Explore new business models. Always research and know when to transform from the level where you are to another, from one business model to another, based on what is available. One is issue of financing, franchising, and partnership. If you're a realtor, You must not remain a realtor. Sometimes try to upgrade. If you're able to get financing, try to develop. Try to do small development. Even if it is site and service, or build 10 housing units, 3 housing units and sell. It will improve on your business model, and then from there you will grow. Okay? Build a self, build a strong self brand. Okay? I experienced this when we started selling some of our products in Abuja. We were online for like a month. I was spending money on data. My people were bombarding, posting, and everything. Until one day I just went to site. I told them to video me. So I wore helmet and this thing. And then I started speaking, started talking to the engineer and all that, put it on my Facebook. That day we sold 5 plots. So that is the power of self-brand. So I used to feel that no, I'm not supposed to be coming online and be talking. I'm not a realtor, I'm a developer and all that. I've passed that level. But I saw that no, my brand, myself, is the brand. And that day I just did it, and they started calling me from abroad. People started calling me from Enugu. People were calling me. We sold 5 plots, and I was surprised. So a realtor should build a very strong self brand. How do you conduct yourself in the society? What are you known for? Who are you? What do people know you for? And what do you represent? It is very important in this business because people are going to entrust a lot of their money into your care and make that decision based on the perceived value they see in you, and they invest their money in that. So when they do that and fail, it's going to reflect on your self brand. Develop leadership skills. Bring younger realtors, coach them, mentor them, teach them. When you go to conferences and learn, and you come and teach younger ones, those knowledge is internalized in you, and you live it in your daily life. Stay adapted and open to innovation. In conclusion, it's important the importance of adaptability, sustainability, continuous learning, and community engagement cannot be overemphasized as a strategy for a realtor to survive these continually evolving real estate market. Ask yourself, how can I incorporate sustainable practices into my own businesses and develop a personal stability strategy? The future of real estate lies in our ability to adapt and innovate sustainably. As young realtors, you have a unique opportunity to not only shape your career, but also to make a lasting impact on your communities and the environment. Thank you very much for listening.
A big round of applause, please. We're going to be taking a few questions. I believe those questions have already been written. For the next speakers as well, after their presentation, you will be writing your questions. Make the questions straight to the point. Don't go beating around the bush. So he's just going to answer those questions. And after he's done, he will take a picture with the other speakers as well. And of course, before that, receive an award from Mr. Jeff Anoze. So let's take your questions quickly.
Okay, thank you very much. I have 2 questions here with me. The first one says, please, is there any way one can be conscious of land security apart from surveying the land and fencing the land? Okay, part of land security is the person that sold land to you. Um, Apart from going to Ministry of Lands to do search, of legal search, there is also what is called illegal search. That is a search you do on the street. It's not the search you do in the Ministry of Land. There are certain things, background information that you have about an individual. You don't deal with that person. You don't do anything money with that person. Okay? Like I told you guys about the Alhaji that wanted to sell land to me and collected some money and absconded. By the time I started asking about him, I heard a lot of things. I heard that he married four or five wives and pursue one. He's remaining four. I heard a lot of things. So by the time I heard all this, I now see reasons why his life is like that. If you are buying a land with title, that is a registered deed or a C of O, you can do the search in the Ministry of Lands. As the former commissioner of land, I can tell you there's still inconsistency in the record system because the record system is still analog and manual. I'm aware that the state government is trying to upgrade it into a GIS, but they are still on the process. It's not a day thing. It's a program that will take more than 5 years, and they are still on it. But while they are still on it, you have to be guided. You have to protect yourself at all times. If you are dealing on property, apart from surveying the land, fencing it, the person who is selling it to you has a lot to do with the security. Thank you. So let me go to the next one. In in the subtopic professional resilience as a newbie in the real estate industry, what book describes, I don't understand this thing. Okay, various title documents for particular land in certain states. Documents like, okay, what describes or doesn't describe various titles in certain states, like deed of agreement, C of O, survey plan, deed of agreement again. A solution to how to secure, how to be security conscious while selling, reselling, and investigating land. Okay, I should give a solution on how to be security conscious. Second, apart from the book, can you throw more light on few documentaries by both Israel? Okay, the book is talking about, I'm not the author of that book, oh. So I don't understand the book, but I know he's asking about security, just like what I said before. If someone wants to sell a property to you, especially all these community properties, you cannot search it in lands. Even if you search it and they say a layout is registered, a layout can be registered on top of another layout. That's happened several times, and I've experienced it both in my practice and personal. So to go into that community and do a background check on that land and that person who is selling that land. So the last question is this is this is concerning Jerusalem City layout. What do you advise we keep selling, because I have a client and the search at Ministry of Land says that the layout is genuine. Wahala, wahala, wahala. I just told you that I'm the surveyor that surveyed the land and that we are in court. We are in court and I'm a party to the suit. I'm a party in the court case. And then there is a court order restraining anybody, both me and anybody, from selling the land or developing the land. Apart from that, we are in Abuja IG monitoring unit. In fact, last week we went for interview. There is a police case about pulling down of buildings and fences, and you are still asking me that you went to Ministry of Land and they told you that it's illegal. Don't you know that most of the people in Ministry of Land are agents? They are working for the people that are doing that thing now. And recall that I told you that I did that layout in 2012. And since that 2012, they have been selling it. So actually, what you are about to do is that You're about to sell a land that has been sold like 3 times. Yes, and then at the end of the day, you are going to pay back the money. So enough, a word, how do they say it? A word is enough for the wise, but half a word is enough for the smart. So I don't need to say it again. Don't go there again. There is a court order restraining everybody, including myself, from selling land there or developing the land. Thank you. I think that's the last question. Thank you
Thank you
very
very
much.
much. A round of applause, please. We'll quickly just have an award to honor our keynote speaker. We'll do that, and it will be led by Mr. Jeff Anozie to appreciate Professor. I can call him Professor because it's almost time. Please, a round of applause for our keynote speaker. When he resigned from being a commissioner, he went to volunteer to be a lecturer in UNN. Volunteer. He lectured without pay. I think that deserves a round of applause. Well, unfortunately, that was not a keynote address. That was a experienced person giving you his experience. How many of you learned something from that? How many of us learned? We would have loved to take as many questions as we would love to, but because of time, I know he's going to be leaving soon. So I think we're going to have a group picture with him and other key speakers when he's getting ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, a round of applause for the keynote speaker, Professor Victor Nnam. Thank you very much, sir, for that. We're done with that. I would like to inform you that just on this podium, you can see some hashtags. And right now, what we want you to do is bring out your phone. How many of us are taking pictures here? If you're taking pictures here and you're going to be posting it on social media, which I know you will, the hashtags are here. Let's make sure we trend. Let's use a few minutes for the pictures you're going to post on TikTok, for the pictures you're going to post on Instagram, Facebook, or X. These are the hashtags. Hashtag SCRC, hashtag SCRC 2024, and hashtag Realtors Conference 2024. Please make sure you copy out this hashtag, post these pictures, let's go viral, and all that. Okay, let's move into the next speaker's profile quickly. Can we have the next speaker's profile on screen? Thank you very much. Quickly. All right. We're going to have the group picture with all the speakers, right? Okay. Let's have the next speaker. Please, a round of applause for our next speaker coming up. The way we clap is not very nice. Can we put our hands together for our next speaker?
Emeka Lobi spent 10 years of his life working as a mechanical engineer for a multinational oil servicing company. During his years working there, he met individuals who were gifted but couldn't come to terms with showcasing their gifting and talents to humanity. Emeka resigned from his job to focus on helping individuals who have a message to share with humanity, but are scared, doubtful, and confused, to become exceptional by clarifying their messages, build a platform for the communication of their ideologies, and to earn by establishing profitable business systems. He also works with organizations to help them entrench progressive leadership cultures that turn employees into brand ambassadors, trains middle and top managers on team dynamics and communication, strategies that increase loyalty, bonding, and patronage. As a practicing sage, he utilizes effective coaching models to aid individuals and organizations re-engineer their paradigms, thereby creating optimal cultures for success. He is trained and certified in the use and practice of Ericksonian hypnosis, results technologies, performance consulting, and neurological repatterning. As a thought leader, he helps individuals who have experiences, gifting, expertise or knowledge in subject areas to define clearly what their focus should be, communicate their ideologies using formidable platforms, and to earn profitably by setting up processes and systems. He has a thriving social media followership. His Facebook followership is above 83,000 followers. He is a TEDx speaker and has been featured on Niger Info FM, Today FM, Wazobia Max TV, Wish FM, TVC Lagos, and Rhythm FM. He has been featured on lots of print and digital media, too many to mention. Emeka is married to Joy, and they have a son and two daughters together. He lives in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, as a speaker in the Southeast Realtors and Awards Conference 2024, Accelerate, please make welcome Emeka Nobis.
I'm already here. I'm already here. I'm already here. Thank you for welcoming me. All right, so I'm going to be sharing for the next few minutes, staying consistent and valuable as a realtor. Staying consistent and valuable as a realtor. And I'm going to share with you that my journey to this stage has been a vision over the years of my life. I look at the lineup of places that I'm going to be in, and the places that I'm going to be speaking from. I mean, from August till now, it has been back to back every Saturday. So I tell you that it starts with a vision for yourself. What's the vision you have for yourself? Are you visionary about moving ahead in your life? Or are you visionary about staying stagnated? It's all in you. It's all for you to decide it for yourself. And so now, the things that I had said to myself many, many years ago, and I'm seeing them live out now, that every Saturday, I can't begin to recount, but next Thursday, I'll be in Aba. Upper week, I'll be in Benin. After Benin, I'm off to Lagos. I get back like that. So it's about a vision, basically. So looking back, I can say to myself, it's as a result of the commitment to the things that I will be sharing with you in the few moments that I have. The thing is this, if you watched me closely, for those of you who know me physically, you may have noticed that I walk with a limp in my leg. I've had 2 accidents in my life on this left leg. I don't know why the left leg. Like I have 2 implants here and there. 2010 and then again 2019. I mean, sometimes when I get to banks, they ask me why it's beeping, but I tell them I'm a robot or a cyborg that has implants in the leg. But the truth is the fact that when I began to recover, I began to learn how to walk. If I tell you to stand up now from where you're sitting down, you find out that it's easy for you to jerk up. But after the accident, I found out that standing up was a chore. Like I had to calculate the process of standing up and had to learn how to stand up and to. So I had to learn. Some of the things that we do in our lives, we all learned how to do it. You learned how to lie. You learned how to make love. You learned how to do many, many things in your life. You can learn how to become consistent and valuable as a realtor. True or false? You can learn and practice it. So I'm going to be sharing with you. Number one is I like to teach, so I teach in itemized format. Is a commitment to this purposeful existence that you have. Number one is a commitment to the purposeful existence that you have. We're all existing as humans. I'm existing. You have to be committed to this purposeful existence because you have a purpose for which you are doing. I know a lot of individuals think about purpose as something that God screams in your ear to do, but the fact that you are existing and you're doing something as a realtor is a purpose for your life at this phase. It can change in the future, who knows? I mean, Jeff and I remember knowing Jeff as far back as 2016. This wasn't what Jeff was doing. We were all moving around, doing thought leadership and changing people's lives. But now Jeff is in real estate, all right, still changing people's lives. Will you say he's out of purpose for his life? No, he's not. He's still maintaining a purposeful existence. It's important.
So I need to make you understand that what you're doing as a realtor or in real estate is not just about grabbing the money. It's about helping other individuals to achieve the dreams of their lives. Am I making sense? It's helping individuals to also achieve and realize the dreams of their lives. I want you to understand that you are a stakeholder in people's lives. That will change your orientation in dealing. So let's give a typical example. Right now, I am thinking of building a media company. So I am shadowing people like Tyler Perry because I want to do it big, really. And then you approach me as a realtor to tell me that you have 50 plots of land to sell to me. And then I buy the 50 plots of land. You have become a stakeholder in my dream. True or false? Have you not? You have become a stakeholder. So the success of my media company is tied to you. So it's not just for you to come and sell me the 50 plots of land and step away, like what people do, but realizing that it's you have become a stakeholder in people's dreams. So when you sell fake land to someone, you have tarnished and destroyed the person's dream. That's the truth. You need to realize that. You need to realize that. So you're a stakeholder in helping individuals to achieve their dreams. And it is a beautiful thing to live a life helping other individuals to fulfill their own dreams. It's a beautiful thing. It's fulfilling, I can tell you for a fact. When I travel to many places to go to speak, I realize that the words that I share transform the people's lives that listen to me and they take cognizance of the things that I speak about. So it's a fulfilled life that I'm living, knowing that the words that I speak, they change the lives of other individuals. Realize it that living as a realtor, you are a stakeholder in the dreams of other individuals. Take that because it's very sacrosanct and sacred. So you don't just wake up to do things the way you do. Understand that you are a stakeholder in other people's dreams, and it's a sacred existence that you have. Number two, for you to stay relevant and valuable and consistent, you have to be a ritualist. Do you understand? Did you hear what I just said? You got to be a ritualist. And I'm not talking about the people who are doing, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the daily things that we do that may be seen as insignificant, but they are leading up consistently every day to the progress and the successes that we achieve in our daily lives. There are things that you do that you may never even take cognizance of. For example, you breathe. You can't exist without breathing. But if I tell you now to count the number of breaths that you've breathed this morning, I don't think that you can be able to count. But they are the rituals. It's ritualistic because you breathe. They are tiny, consistent, but you can't exist without them. You can't exist without your breath. So the rituals of your life, observe what do I need to do consistently every day to constantly increase the levels of successes that I'm constantly achieving? What should I do the next? And then those things have to be done every blessed day. One of the things that I do as a ritual every day is that I create for people to consume before I start consuming. So when I step into the toilet every morning, that's where I do my thinking, irrespective of whatever medical doctors say that sitting on the toilet seat. I don't know. It's a habit for me. So I sit there and I create first and foremost for other people to begin to consume before the mindless scrolling on social media. Let them start consuming the mechanobis first before I start to consume mine. It's a ritual for me. It's a ritual. The next point is closely related to this is that the taboos that you have to keep. For you to be relevant, consistent, and valuable, you must be someone that takes cognizance of the fact that there are taboos that you have to keep. There are individuals that you don't have to relate with. Do you know that by taking a picture with someone and posting on social media can affect your value? Do you understand that? It can. There are places that when they invite me to speak, and this is not about pride or anything, we check the individuals who are among the lines of speakers. I don't want to mention the preferences in sexual lives, but the individuals that they will invite me to speak on the same stage, my dear, or they will say I should come and give a word on that stage. I won't do it because it will affect the value that people perceive about me. So there are taboos. There are places you don't ought to go. There are people that you don't have to have relationships with. You need to realize most important taboo in real estate is lying. It's like it's a norm. Take it as a taboo. Not to lie. Take it as a taboo because you are working on being valuable on this journey. The next point I want to share with you is mentors and coaches and trainers and masterminds. Mentors and coaches and trainers. I can tell you that I'm an amalgam of the things that I've learned from my mentors and coaches and masterminds that I keep. I don't have mentors, but I have masterminds and coaches who constantly pour themselves into me. And I'll give you a specific example of the things that we can learn from coaches and masterminds and mentors. And it is what I'm amplifying right now in my life to stay valuable in other people's lives. So I learned from Ibuku Awoshika. How many of you know Ibuku Awoshika? She said a story one time that it was a wedding in Lagos in her house. So there were her cousins and nieces and all of them. And there was a lady that came to make hair and to make up the faces of the ladies who were there. And she had done all the faces of other individuals and then approached her to do her own face. And the Buku said to her, I don't do makeup. I don't do makeup. Guess what? The lady took what she said as to mean that she was not valuable or good enough to make up the face of Ibu. And for years, she said that it took the lady she met the lady again at an event where she went to speak. And for a period of 12 to 18 years, I can't remember how many years, the lady kept it within her. That resentment that Ibuku said she doesn't do makeup, and she read it like she wasn't valuable or professional enough to make her face. It was at the event that the pastor of the church said there was somebody here to meet you, and then the lady came in and shared the experience with her. Over a period of years, she kept it in her heart. She said she called the lady and asked the lady to sit on her lap and practically begged her to accept the fact that, look at my face, even right now after how many years, there's no makeup on my face. I did not say it to hurt you, but I said it because this is my reality and my truth. So she painted a lesson that very day. That when she's traveling, people she meets at the airport, people want to take selfies, people want to meet with her. She gives attention, even if it is 1 minute, to the individual, looks at you eyeball to eyeball to make you understand that I see you. It is one of the things that I learned. So when I meet individuals now at airports or the places they see me or where I travel to, even boat drivers and all that, I look at them eyeball to eyeball to make them, oh my God, you don't understand the import that he has on the human lives. For individuals that you look up to, and then you are looking at them and they're seeing that you connect to them, it's a way to stay valuable in the lives of anyone. I'm going to share with you as we keep on. So mentors, check them, follow the things that they do. Find the ones in the industry who are living the wholesome dream, undergirded by values of integrity. Follow them, see what they are doing, connect to them. When we stepped into real estate, there were individuals that I know that I may not be able to follow because of their lifestyle and their value system. I don't mirror what they do. But the ones who are of great integrity, impeccable integrity, please do follow. The next one I want to share with you is to steal and to mirror. You can be a thief. To steal and to mirror. I met a salesman and he said to me, all these things people will say to go and read and be innovative. I don't do anything innovation. I only see what people are doing, steal it and mirror it. That's his job. Nothing like innovative anything. So he gets into a place, see what people are doing, gets into a job, and then he just mirrors what other salesmen are doing. No time for him to do innovation. And, and he said it works for him. So there are lots of individuals around who are doing remarkably amazing things. For me now, in media, because I had decided many times, people who know me many years ago know that I'm always about writing, just read my words. But I found out that in this generation, media plays a very big role in acceptance, video visuals. And so I decided that I had to learn how to do video visuals. And one of the things I'm doing currently right now is that I'm learning from individuals who are sharing their visuals on social media in 1 minute. So they come up and they share something in 1 minute. Because multiple platforms have this 1 minute showcase that is as powerful as ever. That's what I do. But I also added my own tweak to it. And which I'm going to share with you. So you see, when you share that kind of benefit on social media or on, let me use WhatsApp status for example. You come up and you say 5 benefits or 5 reasons you should buy so and so property. You put it on your status in 1 minute. The next thing that you're going to do in your status, because people may love you, but you don't even know that they love you. They want to share for you, but you don't know. You have to give them the reason for them to share. So in the next status, what I'm going to write there, or what I write there is that, did you love what you saw? Here is the way that you can download it for yourself and share on your status. You never can tell who can take it and share. So I put it up on my Google Upload, Google Drive, put the link there in the next slide. Some individuals will click and put it up on their own status. Also on Reels. You know you can download videos on Reels, right? You can. If you have your phone, you can download without asking for a link or whatever, you download it. When I'm posting my Reel, I can put a statement there to say you can also download this video from these Reels and share to your own community. Give the people the leverage to be able to share, and they can share. I mean, you heard what Professor said about people. A lot of people think that online is just a waste of time, but it's a very powerful place to be able to stay valuable. Next point I want to share with you is separation. Separation. It's in the Bible. Proverbs chapter 18 by 11, right? Verse 11. A man having separated himself intermeddled with what? Wisdom. So from time to time, separate yourself. Separation that I mean can also mean separating yourself from the city where you. I mean, so a lot of individuals, they were born here, they were raised here, they went to secondary school here, they won't die here. There's this joke that we have in Port Harcourt where we live, that the Ecuadorian people don't travel. When they are traveling, is moving from Maiwan to Rumokoro, and that's their travel. We joke around it. It's not nice, actually, but that's what we joke around in Port Harcourt. But is that really travel, really, from Agri? They move to Rumokoro, and that's their Agri, where they are staying, to Rumokoro, where their village is, and that's it. All the days of their lives. Separation means taking yourself away. Move away from where you are living to some other places. And just allow yourself to consume and internalize the awesomeness of other places, the awesomeness of other culture. It makes you stay valuable. It makes you stay what? Valuable. Because you need to understand what is going on around your cosmos. And it also could be, from time to time, separate yourself away from other human beings and stay by yourself. Stay by yourself. And you have meddling with yourself. From time to time, that is what I do. I go into the bush. Yes, it's crazy. I go into the bush, take a seat, and I sit down there, and I'm watching crickets and animals. And please understand that the bush you have to walk in is not where a lion is, please, so that the lion will not consume you. And just go into a bush that you know is safe. This is my own style. Sometimes it could be lodging in a hotel. And be there. Just be by yourself, whatever. And have a connection to your inside. To the connection of the divinity that resides inside of you. Trust me, the kind of values, the kind of inspiration you get is spiritual, otherworldly. Separation. The next point I want to share with you is, as I begin to wrap up, showcase your success to attract success leverage. Showcase your success to attract success leverage. The other day, people were talking about Tony Lumen, and they were like, why is this man carrying videographer around, snapping himself? Is it that he has too much money? He doesn't know what to do with money anymore. And and when I look at the individuals, you look at the individuals who are just yabbing the guy. I'm like, really? You don't have the kind of wealth this man has. You don't even want to ask relevant questions. Why is he doing what he's doing? Yours is to condemn. So I showcase my own success. He showcases himself traveling, showcases himself in his jets, showcases himself meeting the different leaders of the world. What he does is to attract success leverage. Let me make it the absolute truth. I realized this when I started in public speaking. I used to tell myself, Mecca, you are so good. Just share. People will come. Hey, my dear, I realized that when we wanted to hold events in Lagos, the quality of people who will come when you are holding your event in Okokomaiko is different from when you hold your event in Lekki. You cannot fight it. It's the truth. Even in Port Harcourt that we live, You want to host your event in Iwofe compared to when you host it in GRA. There are two different kinds of individuals that are going to have. So the quality of the success that you are embodying can provide a leverage for other successful human beings to come to attract in the direction. It's important. So I showcase myself, and I want to tell you that your most powerful assets are the stories of your life. I mean, being here today, I've learned from the story of Professor. Now I'm going back now with my brother to reassess the estates that we have bought before to see this story, whether when we die or whether we fall sick or more, waiting to come happen. To reassess stories. Your most powerful assets as you're sharing your stories of your life, your success stories are your stories. And people who follow me right now know that I'm sharing my stories unapologetically, being bold about it, being confident about it, in showing the successes. Second to the last point, make it an addiction for people to like you and to love you. Make it an addiction. It is an addiction for me. I don't know. Some individuals who are around me are saying, Mecca, you too like me, people they love me. You make people they like you. Yes, so what else should they do? To hate me? No. And there are very simple things that you do to make people to like you. Somebody wants to shake your hand or somebody wants to approach you, you pay attention. Hugging individuals, patting on the back, listening. 1 minute look in the face, even telling a woman that her hair is fine. They fall in love. Make it an addiction. I'm not saying the Equatorial Guinea style, oh, please, that's not what I'm talking about, man. I'm talking about genuine love, right? Not the Equatorial Guinea style, please. That's not what I'm advocating for. Genuine. Please don't go around now be telling women that their hair is fine because you want to do Equatorial Guinea style. That's not what I'm advocating. All right? Make it an addiction to make people to love you. Finally, in closing, document your experiences in formats that other individuals can consume. Prof, I will beg you, I don't know if you have books, but you see all these stories that you've told today, I bet a package them for book make me read. Imagine that your father went to UK and somebody is reasoning like that. He choke. I they tell you. See reasoning. Can you imagine reasoning? Just that they heard that he traveled to UK. He said the guy won't buy it. Oh, man. Prof, I bet a package so that individuals can learn from your experiences and your stories. It's important. So you yourself, no matter the level that you are, there are these products that can get you known and the ones that can get you paid. I am constantly packaging my journey. This morning, me and Jeff were discussing about some individuals who died. And Jeff made a statement. He said, Emeka, as long as you have this life to live, I beg, live it to the fullest and document as much as you can document. I said, Jeff, I go the right to... That's what it is. I will constantly produce because, the man that he spoke about that died had all the money. He couldn't fight the cancer. That's the truth. So as long as I have the breath in my nostrils, I don't write this morning. I go write this evening because people need what I've got to be able to. So that's what I want to share with you. I hope I've been a blessing to you. My books are a compendium of my journeys, my thoughts, my ideas. I have written 11 so far. I'm now writing 7 before I turn 45. The copies are available if you want to get them. But please take cognizance of everything I've shared with you. Stay valuable, stay consistent, and may God bless you. God bless everybody.
A round of applause for Emeka Nobis. The way we clap here is spiritually on the descending. It's terrible. Yes, we're going to take some questions only if you had written those questions. We've been writing it on the screen. If the ushers can quickly furnish us with those questions, we'll try to keep up with time. If you had written a question down on paper, we'll take only 3 questions. And then we just move ahead to giving Mr. Nobis our own kind of appreciation. No questions? Ushers, can we be snappy about it? Let your question be straight to the point. Don't tell us your family history. Okay. We don't seem to have questions, right?
Everything enter well.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
But he'll be here tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll be here tomorrow. So Write your questions in a textbook, bring it tomorrow. The ones you could not remember today, bring it tomorrow because we have waited for the questions. We don't seem to have them. Can we just quickly have the awards? The award, not awards.
Is that one coming?
Is this a question? All right. At
All
least
right.
it's,
I just hope that we can quickly.
it's better like last minute votes for the the Trump election.
Okay. I don't understand this one. How real is the? Please, I don't know what this association is. NIESBS. I don't know what the association is. Sorry. Oh, Association of Eastern Valuers.
How real is the
I really don't know that one. Maybe Prof will be the
No.
one that can answer. What's the first? Oh my God! Right here. What are first timers challenges and how do you solve them? I don't know what first timers mean. Is it first timers to come into real estate or whatever? So if I consider from that context, I think the key challenge most realtors face as first timers is the issue of acceptance. I mean, there are individuals that I know that have been, and for 1 year, they have not been able to sell any plot of land. Some of them 18 months. So I think it's the issue of acceptance, basically. And, Prof made mention of that, is to see how we can build your own brand to be trustworthy enough for people to buy into you. I mean, I have individuals who bought lands through us that have never seen their lands in many months because of trust. So the more you build your trust assets, the better for you. And I told you all the things you do, showcasing yourself, even sharing success stories. And one of the things that I'm doing right now, to be able to boost what I'm doing is to invite individuals to have conversations, podcasts, video conversations, and they share. It is called user-generated content. You can share something about yourself, but somebody may not believe. But if someone else's friend or someone somewhere shares about you and what you stand for, they tend to believe a whole lot more. That's the truth because they would feel that okay, you are just being there, but then someone else. So that's what I'm currently doing now. So increase your ability to be trusted through all the things that I shared with you. As a final year student, I'm confused about how to go about real estate business. How should I? Jeff has a Jeff. This is what this person, final year student. I cannot teach you everything. This is what you need. Enter the program, and that's very important. Please explain further about being a ritualist. It's like you like the ritual thing. I'm not saying chon 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 at the back. I'm only saying you like ritualists where it's not Nollywood ritualist too. It's about the little things that you do on a daily basis that add up to your levels of success, right? It could be making a phone call. The individuals I know, realtors that I know, they come in the morning, they pick up their phone and see those individuals that have not even bought from them and make phone calls. Not necessarily about telling them to come back to buy, but how are you? I'm just reaching out to you to know how you're doing. That's a ritual. That's a ritual. Another ritual could be you come and walk in the morning or you wake up in the morning and you do something like a video and put out in your status. I mean, a ritual. Little things that add up to the incremental levels of success. For me, I have my own rituals, as I said to you. When I wake up in the morning, I create before I start to consume. Why? Because let the algorithm begin to push about the Emeka Nobi's brand out there before I begin to consume. So the little things. It could be little meetings. It could be me. One of my rituals is also when I get to work in the morning, I itemize the things that I need to do for the day. Just keep them. I just itemize them. And then I start attacking them one after the other. Do I do all of them? No. But when I get 50%, 60% of completion, that's productivity for me. So ritualist means to the little things that you can do every day to increase levels of success. I hope I've been a blessing. Thank you very much for that.
All right. A round of applause for Mr. Emeka Nobis. I don't think the round of applause was supposed to end that fast. Thank you very much, sir. As we present an appreciation to Mr. Nobis for availing us of his time and his knowledge as usual. Ladies and gentlemen, As he steps down, we're going to be having pictures with other guests as well, guest speakers. And as we do so, we move forward. There are several key things he mentioned, many of them very powerful. The most powerful asset is sharing your own story. He said he's written 11 books, but on his social media it says 13, and he's saying 7 more. So the thing is fluctuating. You are adding ebooks. Yes. Across Nigeria, there are so many men I call business thoughts engineers. When we talk about people like Nia Desanya, Fela Durotoye, Steve Harris, you cannot leave it without mentioning a name like Emeka Nobis. I celebrate you, sir. Thank you very much for being around. I was confused because I was looking for the cap. You didn't wear the cap today. Welcome once again. Ladies and gentlemen, are you learning something new today? Are you learning something new? All right. No wonder we also have Realtors School here. We'd like to invite up the next speaker. He was going to be handling something very, very important. And you can see there, he's the Deputy Vice Chancellor. Jeff, now wow. Deputy Vice Chancellor. So Jeff now is Chancellor and Deputy. A round of applause for everyone here. Let's take the pictures quickly. Can we have the photographers take the pictures? Let's take the pictures with all our guests because since I call him Prof, everybody's calling him Prof. So call him Prof. Oga, you know. He's my brother and friend, Victor Nam. Thank you very much, Tade Cash, for being here. Thank you very much, Emeka Nobis. Powerful, very, very powerful combination. We want to welcome everyone who joined us as we commence this event. Don't forget the social media handles are displayed on screen or just in front of the podium here. So you can take as much pictures as you like, but make sure you post them using those hashtags. Once again, welcome to the Southeast Realtors Conference. Sometime during this event, we'll be having testimonials, which is the next thing. We also have the main awards. We also have graduation of the Realtor School. We're going to be doing all that today. Thank you very much for your patience. I never mentioned my name. Your host, I am Dr. Sami Ajufo. Thank you very much to the organizers for inviting me to host this. Okay, we're going to move straight to the testimonials. The testimonials. Sell Realtors School. Testimonials. I have the honor and privilege of inviting Joshua Mba, the CEO, Cerizo, and DBC of the Realtor School. Please, a round of applause as he comes forward. Thank you very much. Graduates, you should do better. A round of applause for your DBC.
Thank you very much. How are you all doing? This is not Enugu State. How are you all doing? Are we all realtors or are we students from UNN? I know that realtors are very wealthy people. You guys have a lot of money, so I'm not going to stress you a lot. But we're going to just go into something amazing that we have today. My name is Joshua Mba, and I will be walking you through something very strategic that we've done through this year, and something we want to invite you and employ you to work with us. First of all, real estate business in Nigeria is currently valued at $2.8 trillion. I've seen this for the very first time. And this is according to Statista.com, and it literally increases at 7% every year. So by next year, it's going to increase. But the amazing thing is that $2.8 trillion is about 3.5 quadrillion naira. That's the value of real estate in Nigeria. But the bigger question, that's if I use the exchange rate of 1,700 naira to do that, the bigger question is, Nigeria needs you and I to complete the chain of real estate business. Do you agree to that? Do we all agree to that? No, can I get a better yes? Do we all agree to that? Awesome. And because of that, but right now in Nigeria, can I go to the next slide? There is no high level or strict regulations as compared to other countries. In the US, the regulation to be a realtor is crazy. In fact, you can't just wake up and say, I'm a realtor. But here in Nigeria, you can actually just wake up and say, I'm a realtor, and go to your Facebook bio and write, realtor, okay, award-winning realtor with 17 years experience, and nobody's going to arrest you. And you can wake up and pick up a land and sell and take your commission. There is no rule, there is no regulation in Nigeria at the moment, which gives us literally little barrier to entry. Please follow me to the next slide, please. So we have so many self-acclaimed realtors who have come into the industry because of the money. Do we all agree to that? Are you a realtor for the money? Are you a realtor for the money? Nice. I think I'm the only one that likes money, right? That's fine. But here is the sad news. Please, to the next slide, to the next slide, to the next slide. Let's go. To the next slide. To the next slide. Here is the sad news. There is a sad news about all of this. The sad news is, go to the next slide. We have only 10% of realtors in Nigeria really making good money. You can actually show the slide on the side screen because I want them to see the data I'm going to share next. You can put it on the side screen too. We have only 10% of realtors in Nigeria who is really making good money. Let's do this math together. Now we have 3 categories of people in real estate. I can tell you for fact, it's not like I know your bank account. I'm not a prophet, but I can tell you that there are realtors here, sitting down here, who probably in the last 2 months haven't done more than 1 million naira in profit. And we are all realtors. There are people that have not even done up to 500,000 naira in profit, but we are all realtors. So we have 3 levels: highly profitable people, moderately profitable people, and low profitable people. And the truth is, only 5 to 10% of this fraction makes 20 million to 50 million naira per annum. Now that brings me to the question: does it mean that realtors are just for men? Or is it that we know how to do paparazzi in Nigeria? This is real data. I didn't create this data. This is real data. But I'm going to show you something very interesting. Moderately, 5 to 15%. But let's go to the next slide. Let me show you something more interesting. The monthly reward. That was the yearly. The monthly reward means that averagely every month, the highest, those who are in the 5 to 10% on an average, remember, earns up to 1.6 million to 4.1 million naira every month in profit. I'm talking about profits. But the low guys make up to 41,000 to 250k. So that means that there are realtors here every month. You just make 250k in profit when you collect all your commissions. But something happened. Early this year, I sat down with Mr. Jeff Andoze in his office. We're having a conversation. And he told me, Josh, I think it's time for us to solve a major problem that is in Nigeria now, even before the government begins to induce regulations, processes, and protocols to solve this problem at a bigger scale. And that was what inspired us to start Realtor School. I think you should be clapping by now. Go to the next slide, please. So Realtor School basically turns you into a professional realtor with emphasis on multiple sales. So what we did was that we developed a structural program, well-detailed curriculum that is going to help anyone, zero, little, or no knowledge about real estate business, get started with real estate business, and move from the point of low profitability to the point of being a highly profitable realtor. But that's not just facts, but the truth is, to the next slide, between March 2024 and November 2024, we have graduated over 70 realtors. If you are a graduate of Realtor School, say hi. Where are you guys? Can we clap for them, please? And right now also, out of the 70 plus realtors we've graduated, we have over 67% of that number that made sales within 30 days of joining the program. I think you should be clapping very well now. And then between March and November this year also, we've done 3 different cohorts for the Realtors School program. I posted one day on Facebook that there's only one Realtor School that is Realtor School. Yeah, you didn't get that. May the Lord give you understanding. There's only one Realtor School that is Realtor School. If you go now online and type Realtor School, the only Realtor School you see is this Realtor School. Yeah, so we were very strategic with the plan. So here are some testimonials we've gotten from the last one, because I remember I told you that over 67% of them have gotten testimonies. So here is the first one. This is Victoria. I made my first sale within 2 months of attending the training. This is Chioma Wafo. I made my first sale 1 week after joining Realtor School. 1 week after joining Realtor School. And now, just to show you more of this information, I'd like the media to play us a very short video that shows the experiences of some of our students from Realtor School. Media, please. I'm sure the video will wow you though. All right, while we wait for them to do that, if you can't do that now, we could actually just play later on. Let's just wrap up because we are very organized people and we're very straight. Okay, the video is
It's
on.
like I'm gonna give this a try. I needed money, more money to like go for my fashion school and also to upgrade my business. So I now called Jacinta. Okay, I called one real estate company to join them, and they said I'll pay. So I had to call Jacinta, and she said it's free to register with your company. She now sent me a form. I filled it, and here I am.
So I was working with this just a private security firm that's supervisory level as at the time. But then um, it happens to be that the income as expected, right? And direction. I was after which I heard about somebody just posted something like that on Facebook. So I said, real estate, real estate. I chatted the person up, and this is where we are.
I was still in university then, in my 300 level, and I came in contact and I haven't been able to make sales, like a single sale. So till maybe told me about Mr. Jeff, that is Body Global, and I joined. So that was, I think, 2023. After that, I started attending training. Then he told us about 100 days challenge. So I started. That was when I made my first sales after 2 months of joining Browdy Global. And it has been amazing since then.
All right, thank you very much. Can we
heard
clap,
it's-
please? Can we celebrate those testimonies? We have lots of them, but sorry about the media fluctuation. Then I'm going to summarize by showing us the next stage that Realtor School is going into. Back to my slide. Now we have the phase 2 of Realtor School. The phase 2 of Realtor School, after training over 70 plus realtors across the country and having graduated successful realtors, we have developed a four strategic system to help us go to the next level of Realtor School. Number one is that we have created a standardized program that is going to help us transit into a diploma program. Can you clap for that, please? Yeah, I should clap. Thank you very much. And then we've also gone ahead to work on a constant industry standard update for the program. We discovered that in different regions of Nigeria, there are different ways that real estate is being sold. The way it's done in Abuja is not exactly the same way it's done in Enugu State. There are different documentation processes, and we have gone ahead to provide and produce those informations in the Realtor School for the phase 2. Now, secondly, we have also activated a Realtors community and a global network of Realtors across Nigeria. And thereafter, we're also working hard in hand to make sure that the next batch of certification program, certificate will be given to graduates, will be not just a certificate, but a diploma and professional certificate program to become a professional realtor in Nigeria. You should be clapping by now. But moving forward to this, before now, Realtor School has always been sold for 50,000 naira. And for the phase 2, we are working towards making it as costly and as affordable as 150,000 naira. However, for the purposes of this conference, we have decided to bring it down for the last entry time before we move it permanently to the price is going to stay on, which is 100,000 naira, to bring it down to 35,000 naira. But we know, yes, it's a good place to clap, please. Our assignment is not just to train realtors, but assignment is to bring transformation in the lives of as many as possible across Nigeria to tap into the $2.8 trillion valued real estate industry in Nigeria. And we are working so hard to make that happen. However, we are giving just one slot to make this action. I have 2 minutes to do this. Because of time's sake, if you want to get into Realtor School, want to have conversation with us, we automated a system on the screen. You can either pay directly to the account number, send the word profit to the number on the screen. Send the word profit, PROFIT, to this WhatsApp number 7044551137. Once you send that message, you receive a message on how to enroll into Realtor School, and our admin staff and registrar will walk you through the remaining process to get admitted immediately. Thank you very much, and thank you. Just before I go, I just want to remind us that today we will also be graduating our Realtors who have graduated from Realtor School today, over 70 of them, and we'll be doing a proper graduation ceremony for them. We're looking forward to that. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the program.
A round of applause, please. Congratulations are in place to the graduates of the Realtor School, the pioneering graduates of the Realtor School. I'm just here to remind you of our social media handles and the hashtags. Please use the hashtags when we are about to post on all social media handles. The event is progressing and we're getting very close to above halfway. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to invite up our next speaker, and his profile will be on screen. After that, he will come on stage. Thank you very much.
Jeff Anozie is a real estate consultant, realtors coach, and trainer with a passion to help new and intending individuals start and build a sustainable business in real estate marketing, as well as build their personal brand. Jeff Anozie holds a bachelor's degree in mathematics from the Federal University of Technology, Owerri. He is the lead marketer at Browdy Global Limited, a leading real estate brokerage company based in Enugu, and also the founder, Browdy Realtors, a community with a blend of over 1,000 realtors, real estate entrepreneurs, and enthusiasts. Jeff Anozie's accomplishments are celebrated with numerous accolades and distinctions, including the Best Realtor of the Year award, which was achieved barely 12 months. Jeff Anozie was also awarded the Business Leader Award from JPI International in Kigali, Rwanda, amongst others. He is married with 2 beautiful kids. Ladies and gentlemen, as a keynote speaker and the convener of the Southeast Realtors Conference and Awards 2024, let's make welcome Jeff Anozie.
I think he deserves a rounder applause, some noise.
Southeast Realtors Conference! Amazing, amazing. Please have your seats. All right, welcome to the Southeast Realtors Conference and Awards, and I'm super excited about what we're going to be learning. Are you having fun already? If you're having fun, shout accelerate! Amazing. I want you to just stand up for a moment. Just be on your feet for a moment, please. Just 1 minute. 1 minute. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, I'd like my pointer. Pointer. I'd like you to repeat after me. Please, mean it as you say it. Say, I excel. I overcome. I succeed. I accelerate. Again, I succeed. I excel. I overcome. I accelerate. Once more. I succeed. Raise your hands like this. I succeed. I excel. I overcome. I accelerate. All right, please have your seats. Amazing. I'd like you at this point to put out all distraction, anything that would make you skip this moment.
I'm going to be releasing some powers to you in this section right now. I need you to be very attentive. Within the brevity of time I have, I would want to ensure that you leave here today transformed. Say, I accelerate. The things I'm going to be sharing with you are things that I'm very sure a lot of people don't want you to know. I'm so sure of it. A lot of them don't want you to know it. And that's why I said you should pay rapt attention within the brevity of time I have. I also want you to raise your right hands and say after me, I'm not going to use these powers for evil. Say it again. I'm not going to use these powers for evil. Amazing. I'm going to be sharing with you today how to become a top selling realtor, even without big men contacts and without marketing experience. How to become what? A top selling realtor, even without big men experience and without big men contacts and without marketing experience. And if you listen to the end of this section, listen to the end of this section, I'm going to be showing you how I can work with you to ensure that you succeed faster. Who is ready? Say I. Amazing. Amazing. Now, I'm Jeff Anozie. Of course, they've said a lot of things, right? I'm also the convener of the biggest realtors gathering in the Southeast. Thank you. Thank you. And I would like you to know that it did not start like that. Like, I didn't just wake up and got here. I was employed in a job in 2015, 2016, right here in Enugu, and the take home was not taking me home. Who knows what I'm talking about? The take home could not take me home at all. But I desired a life of freedom, time and financial independence. This was my desire. How many of you have that kind of desire? Just by raise of hands. Awesome. It got worse. The company now downsized and fired me. Fired me on the 31st of October 2016. And that was kind of like a very horrible experience. Of course, I got another mini job, and by I think April, a few months to my wedding, 2017, I was, I was fired again. Again, oh, now I tried out my hands on several other businesses, and it failed. It failed, and of course, I had spent a lot of money on trainings, mentorship, coaching. I'm sure somebody here is like this right now. Somebody here is experiencing all these things I'm explaining, right? And uh, and then um, ending of 2020, I stumbled on real estate. I think that was around like my friend told me about it around August 2020 during the heat of the pandemic. I just had my second child at the time, and if you're married with kids here, you understand that the expenses is not you, it's the children, right? Who knows what I'm talking about? And then, of course, I started out in like October of that 2020. But of course, it was not rosy. Like I, I hear them, like I suffered, all right? Until I stumbled on some of the things I'm going to be sharing with you here. All right, until I stumbled on some of the things I'm going to be sharing with you here today. And this is why I want you to pay rapt attention in just a few minutes. I stumbled on these things, and within the within a period of time, the most amazing things began to happen. My life literally changed. And I went ahead to become the top selling realtor for one of the biggest real estate companies in the south in Enugu that same year of 2021. Of course, I've gone ahead to build a business with a lot of realtors. If you're a realtor, will proudly say, yes, yeah, say I. Amazing. And of course, now hosting the biggest realtors conference in the southeast. So I'm trying to tell you that there were some principles that went down, and these are the things I'm just trying to share with you here today. And I'm sure someone here is thinking to himself, why are you not telling me this type of story? Right? And here is why. Um, there are three basic secrets that helped me move from a novice, didn't know so much about real estate in October of 2020, to the top selling realtor, to the best realtor of the year by December of 2021. All right. And these are the things I want to share with you here today. If you're ready, shout, I am ready. Good. The first thing I needed to work on was my mindset. My mindset. As at the time I started real estate here in Enugu, there was a mindset that was like everywhere. There's a mindset of realtors, and in fact, that was why I'll call them agents actually, because and that was why at the time, if you tell somebody you're a realtor or you do real estate marketing, they'll ask you, what do you really do for a living? How many of you have experienced that? I've heard that kind of thing. Say, I'm a realtor, or you do real estate marketing. Then I ask you, no, I mean, what do you do for a living? You experience it more when you want to go and rent a house. That house is like maybe 800, 1 million, and then the landlord asks you occupation. And you don't write you work in the bank or you work in one ministry. You go and write realtor. Landlord will tell you. I don't know if it's only me that has experienced it. Landlord will ask you, no, this one, I mean, what do you really do? You know, you know, that was the experience at the time. So I had to change my mindset. Of course, I target here mindset to millions, which I'll be sharing with you. I had to change my marketing. I then understood the power of leads, um, generating leads. All right, and I also had to change my closing framework. And of course, we're going to be learning more from my boss and coach here. But I needed to learn how to turn strangers to complete to clients. I needed to learn how to convert strangers to clients because more than 90% currently of my clients, I don't know them. More than 80%, I've not met them before, right? And these are the things I had to learn at the time. And I'll be sharing these with you today. But I also want you to know that at the backbone of real estate is marketing. At the backbone of real estate is what? You can have all the knowledge and all the book, but you don't understand how to convert those things to income. You will suffer, all right? So it's important you understand this because marketing is not random, it's strategic. Marketing is not random. What a lot of people do is hawking, it's not marketing. Marketing is different from hawking. Hawking, you just randomly walk around and hope. Hope is not a strategy. All right? And these are the things I want to share with you here today. Now, secrets number one, mindset to millions. Mindset to millions. There were a few mindsets I had to adopt. One of it was I had to decide to win. I had to what? Decide to win. There is a huge world of difference between being interested in something and being committed to it. I mean, I'm the one standing here right now. I think I'm one of the least qualified naturally to be here. I stammer. Who noticed? You noticed, right? I stammer. I'm the shyest person in this room. Whether you believe it or not, it is true. Right? However, I also understand that to 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 exchange your value for income, you need to communicate it. All right? And so I needed to win I needed to win irrespective of and in spite of. Irrespective of whatever reason or excuse it is, and in spite of whatever reason or excuse it is. You understand the power of this when you go to the bank and tell them that, sir, I'm a stammerer, I need 1 million naira right now. Pity me, I'm a stammerer. All right? So I decided to win. That's the first. The second was I needed to develop a strong why. A lot of you don't have why. Like, a lot of you don't have, there's no reason to wake up in the morning and fight for your destiny. There's no reason. I have 2 kids. And one of the things I had to do was to attach my why to my children. Understanding that what will happen if these kids needed something and I couldn't afford it? It could be something else. It could be the desire to help someone. It could be the desire to just live a good life. My coach and mentor always says that you need a touch of vanity to succeed in life. There must be something that your why must be attached to. Are we following? Lastly, I decided to improve my personal economy. And that is the backbone in which I built my business. My business, basically, the goal of my business basically is to help smart young individuals to improve their personal economy leveraging real estate. So real estate is the leverage, is the lever. However, the goal actually is to improve their personal economy. Because I feel like once you're able to do this, many other things fall in place. There are some prayer points you have no business praying if you just improve your personal economy. Who knows what I'm talking about? I'm riding on. The number 2 thing I needed to improve on was to move from being a hustler to a solutions provider. Move from being a hustler, the hustler's mindset. I beg, I just want to get what I want to get now, to moving into actually deciding to provide solutions. The difference is usually clear when you sell a product, a property to a client that does not really have any business buying that thing. Do you know that one of your duties as a realtor is to tell clients, no, that, sir, this land now, you're not supposed to buy it. It doesn't suit what you want. How many of us can have the courage to do that? That is moving actually from being a hustler, not just putting your own selfish, myopic interest at heart and putting the client's interest at heart. I also decided to build the mindset of actually building a business. Okay? Secret number 2. Am I boring? Secret number 2, marketing. One of the major problems most realtors have is that they have only 3 leads. 3. You come to me and say things like, sir, I've talked to this man now and he's not buying. What should I do? I don't understand. Go and slap him now to buy. What should I do? And the reason is because we don't have leads. We don't even understand what leads generation is. The number 1 duty, I tell my guys, the number 1 duty as a realtor is leads generation. Your number 1 duty in marketing, in fact, as a matter of fact, if you focus on leads generation alone for 1 year, you make a lot of sales, true or true. There's a principle I work with called the 1,110 1 rule. What that means is, and I'm just going to rush through it actually. What it means is for every one sale you want to make, there's a chance that for every one sale you want to make, there's a chance that you have to attract 1,000. I don't know why it's not showing, I'm sorry, but it's right here. So just see it in your mind, okay? For every one sale you want to make, you have to attract 1,000 leads. Now, listen to the words I'm saying. Attract what? 1,000 leads, right? And inside the 1,000 leads, okay, this one is no more working. And inside the 1,000 leads, 100 will show interest. Inside the 1,000 leads, hundreds will show interest. I said lead, attract, Abi. Next, I'm saying what? Interest. In the 100 that's going to show interest, 10 will likely desire it. All right? And then amongst that 10, one is most likely going to take action. What is now? Um, sorry. Going back and back and back. So the front is not working. Right? So it's called the 1,110 rule. Okay? It's not working. Okay. So in abbreviation, abbreviating it, it's spelled AIDA. That's called ADA. So ADA is like an acronym, right? The first is what? Attract, right? I said you attract 1,000, right? The second is what? Interest, which is what? 100. The next is what? Right, right. And then the last is what? Action. So most likely, the to think like to have sufficient leads, you need to think in this manner. So you ask yourself a question: if I'm going to sell one plot of land, for instance, every week, it then simply implies that you will you will have to you will have to get 1,000 people most likely to see what you're selling. Okay, I think it's back. All right, you have to most likely get 1,000 people to see you, know you, and know about you. 100 of them are likely going to be interested. Now, these 100 are the ones that will contact you. They're going to call you, send you a message, say, "Hey, I saw what you're selling," and then maybe 10 will come for inspection. All right, that's how to show and measure that. Oh, we are moving from this to this to this, and then out of the 10 that come from inspection, most likely one is going to buy. Now, you will see why a lot of you do not sell. How many of you are conscious about the number of leads you attract to yourself on a daily basis? As a matter of fact, one of your major KPIs, you know what KPI is, right? Key Performance Index, should be the number of leads. How many people get to see me daily? How many people, get in touch with my brand, with my personality on a daily basis? So I had to adopt that. All right. Now, question, Jeff. How do you expect me in the world to attract 1,000 people weekly? That's the question on your mind, right? Now, one of the ways you do that is by positioning yourself for success. There are two ways to market. Either you go after the door or you attract the door to you. So it's usually called inbound marketing and outbound marketing. Inbound marketing is positioning yourself to attract the leads to you, while outbound marketing is going after the leads, what some people call prospecting. All right. I hope I'm not speaking a lot of English, right? So that is so positioning yourself for success can help you, because how do you even know the right audience to be going after? Imagine going after 1,000 people plus weekly. All right. How do you do this? Number one is by using Google tools. Now I'm going to just rush here because I want you to just to get the meat of this. Number one is by using Google tools. One of the Google tools you can use is building a personal profile online. So if you go to www.myaccount.google.com, there's something, it looks like this. It looks like this. I'm sorry that the stuff is like that, so we just manage it. Right? This is like a basic info. It's clearer, right? There. Amazing. So this is like a basic info about you. It's kind of like a digital complimentary card. So that if somebody hears about you, they can simply go online and check you. Or somebody's checking about Realtors, or somebody recommended you as a Realtor, and they go online to check. What are they going to see? One of the tools you can use to position yourself properly is is Google Profile. It's actually called Google Profile. right? So the URL is this, my account at googleprofile.com. All right. Next is a tool called business.google.com. Now, this is a tool also that individuals or businesses, business brands, you can use your name as a brand. My wife actually used her name as a brand. So if I go to one, I check my name, her own now comes up there. Can you imagine? So business.google.com is another free tool. It's actually a free tool that you can use. So it looks like this at the end of the day. My business is on Google, it's on Google Business. And when people search, the beautiful thing about this thing is that at a glance, they can see everything. They can even see your address, see a number to call. They can click on the map, and the map brings you to your office directly. These are free tools. How many of you are using it? Amazing. Okay. Positioning yourself properly. Next, social media optimization. Have you optimized yourself online? Are you intentional about these things? Like like a lot of people just do these things randomly. They just come online and post. They write different types of names as their names. They write it's realtor, cheesy, it's and all those things. At the end of the day, your name is scattered everywhere online, and so you're not properly optimized. When they see your profile across all profiles, like they see you across all business platforms, like all social media platform, does it conform? Does it send a specific vibe, a specific likability, like Emeka um, mentioned, right? For me, I make sure that my name is consistent on all social media platforms. Consistency. So that when you click on it, when you search my name, and then you see everything, you're convinced that this person is at least intentional about his positioning online. All right? This is very important. So if you check all the platforms, they are all the same. Okay? So I would encourage you to today to optimize your social media. This is one of the ways you position yourself to attract those kind of leads. There are people that call me from the online space, that call it a couple of my people on the online space and reach out to them and sometimes close the deals. Now, these are several ways that you're leaving leads on the table. Your profile picture, I suggest in the beginning of your career, your profile picture should be consistent across all brands. I've seen people here that have met me for the first time, and by looking at me alone, they say, okay, it's you now. You get? Who knows why? Because I'm consistent everywhere. All right? I don't look like a Yahoo, do I? Your picture here is different, the other one is different, the other side this thing is upside down, the other one is a cat, the other one is a dog, you know, right? So it's important to do this. For want of time, I'll just rush this. The next marketing strategy is your content style. It's important you optimize that for success. You optimize that to win, to attract the buyers to you. All right? And your content basically, after positioning yourself, you need to blow your trumpet. You need to talk about yourself. See, a lot of you, religion has killed your mind. You can't talk about yourself. You can't shout about yourself. I remember when I was trying to design this, and somebody said, "Why is your face everywhere?" I said, "Because I blow my trumpet." So you too, you ought to, build position. You have these platforms. You have a gold mine on your phone, right? You need to be able to leverage content to talk about yourself. So the positioning when you do your Google tools and everything, it positions you properly. But when you now create content that projects a certain message, like my friend will say, eat. He says that your content is supposed to help you eat. EAT means that show expertise, show authority, and build trust. This is what your content is supposed to help you do. Your content is supposed to, show expertise, show authority. And if you see the EAT there, it's like you eat. So the content is supposed to help you eat. All right? There are types of content you should focus on as a realtor. A lot of people just do property sale. All their video content, profile content, everything is come and buy, money tonight. Right? There are other types of content you do that stands you out and builds your authority, like educational content. One of the things you ought to do is to profile your ideal clients, the people you want to sell to. What are their challenges? What are their problems? What are their needs? right? And your job as a as a realtor or a real estate consultant that you call yourself to be is to create content that answers to those questions that they are asking. All right? This automatically builds your authority level and your trust as well. Are we following? Next is lifestyle kind of content, lifestyle or behind the, the scenes. People like to, one of the ways to build likability is to make people a part of your journey. They like to feel like they're a part of your success. They like to feel like they're a part of your journey. So that's why things like all those BTSs of a day in the life of a realtor, behind the scenes as your day is going, you know those type of content. It actually adds a lot of spice to what you do and stands you out automatically. All right. Next is secret number 3. I've talked about one. What was one? Mindset, mind to millions, right? 2, marketing. And number 3, how to avoid time wasters and sell to serious prospects only. I like to call them the raw prospects. That's ready, able, and willing. Ready, able, and willing. I like to call them the raw prospects. How do you avoid time wasters? Now that you've positioned yourself right, you have um, you have projected your authority, your expertise, and you built trust. Lots of people will now come. Now, what strategies or models do you have in place to sieve out time wasters and the others? What are the things you ought to do? Now, there are 2 ways you market online. There's search marketing, there's interruption. Okay? Now, I need you to pay rapt attention here because I'm wrapping up. There's search marketing, there's interruption. Search marketing is when clients, prospects go online to search for something. You want to buy a shoe, you want to buy a property, and you go online specifically to look for that thing. That is called what? Search. Interruption, however, is when I go and make a video, run ads to it. Hello, my name is Jeff Anose, and today I want to show you this land. This land is 500 square meters. It is, and then while I run that ad, somebody is scrolling mindlessly in the evening and stumbles on it. What have I done? I have interrupted his scrolling, Abi. So search is he's intentionally going to look for something. Interruption is he's doing something else, and me, I invade his privacy. Is that not it? Make sense? There are 2 types of buyers online. I need you to follow me keenly because I'm wrapping up. The first are active buyers. The next are passive buyers. Now, active buyers are buyers that, again, as the name goes, they are actively trying to buy, right? Passive buyers, however, are buyers that are not actively trying to buy, but they stumble on something and then they decided that they need it and eventually try to buy. Now, the thing is, they may not buy immediately, they may buy later, but they may bookmark or save that thing so that later, sometime later, they can come and look for it. Make sense? Make sense, Abby? Now, there's a quadrant I came up with, and this is the inspiration of my life. How to sieve out time wasters. I need you to look at this. It's called the SIPA framework. I need to put an R there or TN because it's my framework. Shout hallelujah. It's called the SIPA framework. Remember, search, passive, active, interruption. Abi? So search, interruption, passive, and active. A blend of that 4 words is what I'm trying to show you right now. Let's assume that this quadrant, so I just basically blended all those words, right, into these 4 quadrants. The first quadrant here is that's quadrant A, is the word search and passive. Ready? Search, remember, he's looking for something. If you want to do a screenshot, please do, but I need you to pay rapt attention here. He's looking for something, Abi, but he's not ready to buy maybe immediately. Make sense? Quadrant B, he's looking for something and he's ready to buy now. Make sense? quadrant C, he's not looking for anything, and he's not even ready to buy. The thing just interrupted him. It looks good. He saves it somewhere. And then quadrant D, he's not looking for something, but he's ready to buy it. Make sense? Question. And I have a gift for who answers. Aside from my students, if you pass through Realtors school, you're not permitted to answer. Amen? Which of these which quadrant is the most ready to buy now? Who can answer? Yeah. Huh? I can't hear you. QB. Why? Please appreciate yourselves. You people have a lot of sense here. Why is that? He's searching and he's active. Who is next? Who is next? Who? This or this? D. Who has a contrary answer? You guys are really smart. Please appreciate yourselves. Which one is next? This one, right? And then the last one is, many of you go to go and focus here. And do you know why? You don't know. That is why I'm bringing deliverance here today. So you would know. Question. How do you identify which is which? Who is asking? Who is asking that question? How do you identify which is which? Right? It's simply through the questions you ask. I need you to understand that as a realtor, you call yourself what? A real estate consultant. Your duty is to ask the right questions, and based off of the answers of the prospect, you prefer solutions. Many people get it all the way upside down. They first get a solution and say, sir, this is the best property in the market, buy this now. Is it what the client really wants? That's why you run around QB. You say that thing is QB. You run around QB a lot, and you're wondering why this person is not buying. Questions you ask. Number one, sir, I'd like to know who is buying. As a realtor, you ought to know if you're speaking with the decision maker or not. All right? Question number two, you need to know the need. Sir, why do you really need, what do you need this for? Are you looking for something to invest in for later, or you want something you can buy, you can build on now? Right? Number three, budget. So what is your price range? Clients will tell you things like open budget. Open budget is the biggest scam of the year. Who agrees? Everybody has a budget. Don't you think so? How do I do my own? I'll tell you how I do it. I simply give you a budget. Since your budget is open, Abi, I'll tell you, okay, I have one for 300 million, I have the other one for 100 million, and I have the other one for 20 million. They will now ask you, don't you have the one of 15 million? Oh, but you said it's open budget now. Is that not smart? Am I not smart? So, budget. And finally, final question. Sir, if I'm able to get you this, remember you asked him his need, Abi? If I'm able to get you that property for land banking in 5 years, for instance, and within the budget of 15 million, are you ready to pay today? How soon? Many of you are afraid, you're scared to ask clients when they want to pay. Some of you also ask it the wrong way. So have fun now. Pay now, let me go and eat. And these are the ways you ask your client. Now, in summary, that first thing there is mindset. Mindset to millions. Next is inbound marketing. I talked about attraction marketing. I talked about the 1,110 rule, right? And I talked about how to attract raw raw prospects. This gives you commissions. How many of you are blessed? How many of you are willing to go and implement now? Right. Now, I know that I have to stop here right now. If you feel overwhelmed, let me know. Say, I feel overwhelmed already. I have a solution. Remember, I told you in the beginning that if you watch to the end, I want to work with you to help you achieve this. Right? I have a manual called From Novice to Top Realtor, a guide to starting a thriving real estate marketing business. I have compiled this manual for you. Most of the things I shared right now, I dissected it way more inside the book. In this book, I talk about the basics of starting and scaling a thriving real estate business in Nigeria. Right? I started in 2021 officially, so 2020 ending. So I'm like 4 years now in the business, and I've been able to build my business from scratch. As a realtor that doesn't know anything, I'm not from here. I didn't grow up here. Of course, I married a beautiful wife that is from here. Please appreciate my wife. But I've been able to build and scale a business, right? So I talk about the strategy in the book. Next, I talk about how to attract the right clients who are willing to buy, all right, in the book. I talk about um, um, inspection dynamics. This is one of my favorite topics in the book. This book, I talk about what you, so when client contacts you, from the time client contacts you to when you meet the client for the first time, how to build that likability. Remember, people buy from people they know, like, and trust, right? How do you build that connection, likability immediately? From the first time you meet a client, you start closing the client immediately. Sometimes even the way you talk to the client, if your mouth is, eh, eh, all those things add up, all right? When you're going for inspections, what do you say? What do you don't say? Do you know that selling is listening? My boss will tell you more. Selling is what? Listening. You don't sell when you talk, right? You curtail the way you talk, but then again, you read the room. These are the things we share here, right? Advanced closing techniques. I want to believe that one thing I've been able to master in the last 4 years is closing. Put your client in front of me. I will close the client, right? And these are the things that we share in the book, right? Um, quickly. I was also thinking, so for those of you that are going to buy the book, what else can I do to help you succeed faster? And I thought about a community. Community. So I'm going to build a community around those that are going to buy the book today. Today, you have just today. 24 hour support, weekly mentoring. It's going to be online actually. Then live Q&A is every weekend for the next 4 weeks, right? We're going to do that in 4 weeks, and the support from us too, myself, my other colleagues. We're going to help you build your business using this book and manual. Okay. Now, and because you're here today, the book normally should sell for 15,000. I wanted to say 15 million. I'm used to hearing million. It's going to sell for 15. It's supposed to sell for 15,000 naira. But for the sake of those that are going to buy today, they're going to get it at 9,970 naira. Am I not amazing? For those that are going to buy today, right now, I'm going to assure you of something. There's a 30 days money back guarantee. I'm not a bluffer. You know that, right? In 30 days, you don't get the vibes and all the information I gave you, I talked to you about in this book. I refund you your money 100%. Okay? In 30 days. Right. So those that are going to pick up the book as I take your questions, these are the information you need. Or you go to www.novice2toprealtor.com and all the information you need to get the book will be there. Have I earned the value of your time? Did you pick up all I dropped?
Amazing.
I think a better round of applause is worthy of that. I don't know whether realtors don't know how to clap. Did you write it in a book? How to clap? It's a problem. If you have questions and you wrote those questions down, can we have those questions quickly so we move on? Who was blessed? Who was blessed? Good. So, we have how many questions? If you don't bring your questions as fast as possible, we will just skip it. All right. So, start with this. Okay, I can read the questions for you, you just answer. For a realtor that doesn't have a physical office, how do I build a Google business page if I'm expected to put my physical office on Google? What office address do I put on Google if I don't have a physical office?
Okay, so you don't have to start with owning a physical office, and that's why businesses like our own, Rowdy, we give realtors that work with us, the access to use our offices as their even meeting points. And I'm sure a lot of other real estate businesses and companies also give you that, and that is one of the myths I talked about in this book. I talked about myths that stop realtors from moving forward or from achieving their goals in business. I talk about it in the book, and one of it is office address, right? And of course, there is more of those kind of myths in the book. But yes, you can attach yourself to a real estate company. There are a lot of real estate companies, even right here, that work within the space where you are, and I'm very sure that so long as you do business with them, they'll be happy and glad to allow you use their offices.
All right, this one is Jeff Fanozi. Can you please share your first sale in real estate and some of the challenges you overcame?
My first sale was on 27th of January 2021. Of course, I had to remember it. You know that, right? Like, I had to remember that day. I couldn't even believe it until the alert entered. When the client even told me he has made payment, I did not even believe it. And I put my wife's account there because before then, I mean, I was working so hard, and I'm sure she'll be wondering, this thing they do said, I'm not seeing any result. So I could just put her account. When the alert came, she now came and said, like there's a mistake here. Somebody paid. So my first sale was on 27th of January 2021. And that day, so how that happened was, of course, I did a challenge. And these are the things I teach in the Realtor School. We teach in the Realtor School. We teach you how to compound, how to compress time and move fast to generate a lot of leads within a period of time. And we give a challenge usually a project at the end of the school. And I did that myself. Again, I don't teach what I don't know, I've not practiced. I don't like to teach what I don't know, right? And then that was in January. I gave myself a 90 days challenge to create video content like the ones I just showed you. Of course, I talk about it too in the book. A 90 days challenge, a video video production challenge. So my goal was to dominate, not dominate now. Like I didn't at the time I didn't even intend to dominate. I just wanted that on my third month, I would have started making £1 million in commission every month. And that's one of the problems most realtors have. They don't have a goal, right? And so I had a goal. So one of the ways I knew I could achieve it was to make some sales within a period of time. Remember the 1,110 rule, right? I had a goal to sell at least 4 plots of a particular estate I was selling at the time every month. And so I knew that if I was going to sell 4 plots, I needed to do at least 1,000 leads per plot. Make sense? So I decided to do a challenge. So it was 100 videos in 90 days. And I started on the 1st of January 2021. And by 27th of January, in fact, before 27, the prospect called me. He's in Italy. And then called me, said he saw a video of mine. 1 week later, his mom came and it was a deal. Right. So that was how I made that sale. I
All
hope
right.
I answered.
This question, how do you, as a realtor, dictate or detect an unserious developer?
Developer.
Yes. How does a realtor know you're working with an unserious developer?
Yeah, this business will be on serious too now. Like um, developer on serious. Maybe you will not. I think the first thing, you may not have a structure. structure in his business. And it's easy to tell that a business doesn't have a structure, right? And two, he probably is not very interested in his personal growth and the growth of his business, right? And so he doesn't do, you know, have unqualified staff, lack of trainings, and basic things that you should put in place in a business. I don't know how else to answer that question.
Well, I
I
think
hope-
you have a master class coming up.
Yes, we have a master class
When?
tomorrow
What time?
between 10 a.m. to
Okay.
3 p.m.
So the other questions will be answered during the master
master
class.
class.
Yes. Please, a
Thank you
round
so
of
much.
applause for Mr. Jeff Anozie. Okay. So, um, I just, of course, Jeff and Esther are friends of mine. And aside coming to MC the event for them, there's no other way to support your friends than also invest in what they are doing. So I got like 4 books, right? And I'm going to give this book out for free to some people. If you have snapped a picture and used the hashtag, I'm going to give you one of these books. If you have snapped a picture here, don't do it now. Some people are already looking. If you have snapped a picture and used the hashtag, come and show me evidence and collect this copy 9,907. If you look at your phone now, thunder will fire you. Who has done it? Come, run, 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 run. Run, our wolf lovers. Look at them. Free teens. They are not ashamed of themselves. Oh God. Let me see. Hashtag what? I don't like your picture. You're not fine. Yeah. Okay. Okay. 1 hour ago. When did you do this? 50 minutes ago. Madam, this just 10 minutes ago. Everybody showing me phone. Jesus. Okay. Esther, please come and give one of these people this book, please. So that if you don't get it, it's her fault. Esther, come and collect this thing. I want to be wicked to someone. Please, can I have 2 more copies of the book? Then debit me, debit me. I'm feeling like a celebrity. You are showing me your phone. I don't give autograph. Esther, can we have, let me just give one lady and one guy. Wait. I'm not that important. You people are making me, oh yeah, take, you're the first person. Thank you very much. A round of applause for them. Please give me 2 more books. Let my money finish. To any beautifully looking lady in this room, I'm not giving you book. I want to give the men. Let's give the man a man. They don't give men things in this life. They expect a lot from men. Jeff, am I correct? Emeka Nobis, is it not true? They collect from what they don't give us. That's why we die early. Bros, can you identify any man? There's a difference between man and man. Look, just stand up, just look around, look for a man that will need this book. Okay? Yes, now you. So that any problem, will go find you, come Port Harcourt. Let's give out one book. Just look for a man. Look at them. Go and ask this man, are you a man? Like they asked Uncle Bobrisky. He said, I am a man. You are a man. A full man. Okay. You're not an equatorial man. You're a man. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Use it, oh. Use it, oh. I have 2 more books to give out, but that will be later. Thank you very much. Please go and study the book. It's very, very... That table looks like I should give them a book. But your suits are too fine. You don't need this book. Yeah, some people are too... All right. Let's take a short clip of our sponsors. When we come back from that...
City Estate Limited, the premium partner for real estate investment. It was founded by Mr. Chukwumote. Industry. And we've raised over 300 landlords who now enjoy the peace of mind that comes with owning property. Through our company, our team of dedicated marketers and asset managers are passionate about helping people like you achieve their property goals. They've been essential in spreading the good news about the Way City Estate and making land ownership a reality for so many. We have all our properties strategically located in most of the promising areas in some states. Shalom Court in Anambra State, Zion City in Delta State, Mimshak Luxury in Delta State, Hamlet's Villa in Delta State, Adulam Estate in Enugu State, Elite Court in Anambra State, Melbourne Court in Delta State, Ebenezer Garden in Delta State, Graceland Residence in Delta State, and our newest estate, Victory Layout Phase 2 in Delta State. When you invest in the Way City Estate Limited, you are investing in security, comfort, and value. With us, you can sleep with your two eyes well closed, knowing your investment is in the right hands. So, why wait? Whether you're looking to become a landlord or secure your future through real estate, the Way City Estate Limited is the right choice for you. Join our family of satisfied clients today. The Way City Estate Limited, bank your money on land.
You may not have heard this when you first started as a realtor, but luckily, it's not too late to learn. Did you know that the top realtors close about 12 deals every month? And in-house research shows that agents who implemented strong follow-up and lead nurturing processes boosted their sales by 50%. Crazy, right? But for so many realtors, this potential remains far fetched. But it's not as though they are not driven. The burden is too much to handle alone. The reality is, as a realtor, you're expected to do it all. Manage the list, chase the lead, seal the deal, negotiate the deal, and even still build a relationship with the lead. In fact, most days, 24 hours is not enough. And even though you know that marketing and lead generation is critical, keeping up feels nearly impossible when balancing everything else. You're not just competing against time, you're competing with other realtors for the same time. Without a consistent follow-up on your clients, another realtor who has a more defined automation will come and close in on your time. That's where Salzo comes in. Salzo is the only one marketing automation tool that helps you, realtor, capture, nurture, and close your deals without feeling overwhelmed. So, can Salzo help you simplify your lead generation, nurturing, and closing? Yes, it can. You can create, import, and manage all your customers in a list. We have embeddable and customizable forms that you can embed to your landing page to help you collect your lead information. And also, there is a done for you lead page builder to help you capture your leads. And with Salzo, you can enjoy the email marketing automation and WhatsApp marketing automation feature all in one platform. And with the chatbot feature, with or without being on your phone, you can attend to your leads when the message. And here comes the icebreaker. You can automate your WhatsApp status with or without being on your phone. All you need to do is schedule that post. You can bring all your property listings and contact points all to one place using the Salzo link in bio feature so you can easily be reached. Imagine a world where lead generation, follow-ups, and nurturings are handled seamlessly with Salzo. You're not just keeping up, you're staying ahead. Head to www.salzo.com, explore your options, and put your marketing game on autopilot.
round of applause for that. Thank you very much. The first advert was like fighting us.
The Real City Estate Limited,
Okay,
your premium partner for real estate investment.
what happened? They didn't pay full money? All right. All right. There are some of our sponsors who will be speaking physically, not on screen. So I'd like to invite them to take a few moments to talk about their services. I think is the Enugu State Board of Internal Revenue. They are the ones coming up now. And we'll just do that very quickly. Yeah, just come up. Anyone who wants to give me information should come up. Please follow the hashtags. Okay, I think I've caused a little bit of a problem by buying books. Somebody else is buying 5 books to give out to people also. Please, a round of applause for that person. He wants to buy 5 books to give out to 3 ladies and 2 guys. Do you want to identify yourself? Does the person just want to wave, you know, or your security is, they might kidnap you? I know. So we're going to give out 5 books as well. Please, a round of applause for our anonymous donor. And if you want to do the same, you can also do that as well. Let's invite the Enugu State Board of Internal Revenue to speak to us briefly. Please, a round of applause for him as he starts.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, my name is Emmanuel Ekenen Namani. I'm the Executive Chairman in Enugu State Internal Revenue Service. Let me start by appreciating the organizers of this conference. I think this conference is very critical in our emerging economy. It's very critical in where the state government is going, ensuring that the economy becomes a huge economy that accommodates $30 billion economy in GDP. I want to say thank you. I also want to say that the coming together of the young stars into the real estate is also one of the best that can happen to a state like Enugu. It is also not uncommon because in our culture and in our history, real estate is one of our cardinal investments, an investment our people who partner to the environment for you to operate in the real estate. We also want you to disabuse your mind when people say that Enugu have a lot of taxes, collection from everybody resident in the state. However, we also want to let you know that no economy function without taxes. So, but our duty here is not to cause you any fear. Our taxes are mild. Our taxes are in line with the law. The only thing we say at any point in time, that whatever business you want to go into, just carry us along. Let us educate you on the taxes that is within that sector, so that you don't get into trouble with our enforcement officers. So we are free to partner with you. We are also willing to educate you at any point in time. So we also available for any engagement within the real estate stakeholders. Call us anytime, any day, or when we call you, do oblige us so that we give you the nitty-gritty of what you are required and the tax laws you're expected to comply with. So here is not actually trying to reel out the entire or the taxes you are supposed to pay, but to tell you that we are ready to go with you. We are also ready to ensure that you develop. We are also ready to ensure that the taxes we collect do not impede the development of your sector. We are also ready to ensure you that we can give that concession at any point in time to ensure that your sector develops beyond your expectation. So thank you very much for this opportunity. Feel free to contact us. We are at number 2 Lake Avenue, our head office, number 2 Lake Avenue, opposite State CID, Enugu. So that is where you can see us. You can also contact us at any point in time in our, you can go to our site, www.irs.en.gov.ng. You see us there. You can call us on 080-7562-5555. So get in touch with us or esIRS@enugustate.gov.ng. Reach out to us. You'll be marveled. You'll be shocked that we are so friendly that people could imagine. Thank you very much. Do have the best and blissful conference.
A round of applause for the executive chairman of the Enugu State Board of Internal Revenue. You don't understand, this is a big man in government. You are looking like this. For those of you who don't understand, this is the first time I'm seeing a high government official coming to speak at this event. For those of us who are in real estate, like most of us are in this room, he's here to talk about the partnerships that will avoid all those numerous taxes and all those bills. So he's available, and you can walk into the Enugu State Board of Internal Revenue office to also make sure you clear your taxes and all that. Thank you very much, sir. Is there any other adverts, any other sponsorship? Are we good? We are good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The sponsor of those 5 books is the CEO of Hush Homes. Please, a round of applause for the CEO of Hush Homes. Thank you very much for your contribution. Mr. Jeff, you will pick 5 of the most committed people and give them the books free of charge. This is the way we are supporting you, and this is the way we are supporting this conference. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our eyes on the screen because our next speaker is here on the screen and is also here in person. Can we have his profile, please?
Tabi Cash is a world-class cash flow entrepreneur and the king of rental income properties and cash flow investments and educator. He is the co-founder of more than 5 cash-rich businesses. He is the creator of many highly sought-after programs, including the Shut Up and Sell program, the Money Mastery program, and books including Shut Up and Collect the Money, Money Mastery Revolution, Build Assets and Not Just a Business, and The Wealth Phenotype, and so on. He is the thought leader on matters that pertain to wealth and real estate. Ladies and gentlemen, as a speaker in the Southeast Realtors Conference and Awards 2024 tag, Accelerate, let's make welcome Tabi Cash.
All right. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. You can have your seat. You will permit me not to stand behind this pulpit because it will not be so good for my. You understand that? All right. So thank you. All right. So I'm so happy to be here today. I'm so honored. This is such an amazing moment. And I hope you're enjoying this moment. Are you enjoying it? All right. You see, we have had wonderful speakers that have spoken to us. Mr. Nika Nobis have spoken to us. The Prof have spoken to us. Jeff has given us. Now, this is my first time of seeing Jeff speak so well. Can you put your hands together once again for Jeff? So amazing. All right. Now, today, I have something very amazing to share with you. It's not going to be long. You know, I like speaking for a long time. But today, I'm going to speak for a very short time. All right? Nigeria is tough. How many of you know Nigeria is tough? If you know Nigeria is tough, say yes. No. I go move, come and you go. If you know Nigeria is tough, say yes. All right, Nigeria is tough. And the truth of the matter is, Nigeria has been tough before you were born. And it has always been tough. What is different is the narrative of how tough Nigeria is. But this was the first thing I would like to say to you today, that if you want to deliver, you have to have liver. I'll say that again. If you want to deliver, you have to have what? My mentor will say to me that it takes liver to deliver. And if you want to live in Nigeria and you don't develop liver, you can't deliver in anything. The business space, the life, the everything, many things are fighting against your delivery. So you need to understand that. And second thing that I need you to understand as well is that Nigeria is tough, and for you to thrive in Nigeria, you have to be tougher. And so many a time, people don't understand that simple scenario. So they keep complaining that things are tough. But you know, I believe that God created humans, and He knows that some of us, we are going to mess up financially. And He knows that some of our parents are also going to mess up financially. So God thought about what is going to be the rescue point. And so God created a skill set called selling. And the essence of selling is to save you. God created selling so that you can be saved. So I believe that to sell is to survive. And I also believe that if you want to survive, you sell. And if you want to thrive, you sell more. So God created our system to rescue man from financial flaws. So when we're speaking about, some of the things that are here, some of the certain things that you need to pick up, some of the certain things that you need to learn, some of the certain things that you need to see, like how can you thrive? How can you get some things done? But most people do not truly understand that. So if you want to survive, you sell. If you want to thrive, you sell more. So you need to have that understanding. And so that understanding is one thing that will change your narrative, will change your life, will change the way you go about the way you live your life. And so selling is key. And how do you close more deals? How do you go about living your life in a way that it can help you to thrive in an economy where we have found ourselves? When Jeff was speaking, he spoke about deciding to win. The word decide means to cut off all distraction. It means that the moment you decide to win in life, it doesn't mean there will not be distractions. Let me tell you, every time you have a desire, you will have a resistance. The stronger your desire, the stronger the resistance that you are going to face. So the moment you decide that you want to win, you will face different resistance. What happened to most people is that when they face resistance, they go back to the drawing board and set up another goal. They never develop the skill to overcome and neutralize the resistance. So some people, their note is full of ideas, but their life is empty of the reality. They have note full of ideas. Oh, I want to do this. I want to achieve this. But then when they face resistance, they run away. They go back to the drawing board. But I tell people, the stronger your desire, the stronger the resistance you are going to face. So what does that mean? You need to understand that that is what you are doing when you decide that you one of the first resistance you are going to face is a resistance of conditioning. What did I call it? Conditioning. That means the way you are conditioned. You are used to small money. Now, big money is about to come into your life. You are going to face the resistance. Sometimes it's a resistance of association. The people that you associate yourself with, they are going to tell you it cannot be done. They are going to tell you you cannot achieve this. How do you intend to do this? Sometimes it's a resistance of internal beliefs. It's going to come against you big time. You're going to hear things that is going to limit you. But what happens is, don't fight those resistance. What you should do Because there is no L for a fearless man. Do you hear what I say? There is no what? For who? Yeah, when you are fearless, life is limitless. Why? Because many of us in this room, we are so intelligent. But the reason why we are not doing so much with our lives is because we are fearful. We are so mindful of what people will say that even in our own life, we don't have a say. You know, we live life in a way that we live apologetically. We're so apologetical about the way we live. Earlier, I hope you got what he said. That the question is this: many people, you are a stakeholder in the life of someone when the person is buying an asset. That means the person have an idea, he has a dream that he wants to achieve. Now, what is my goal? My goal is to be a dream maker. I am helping you to achieve your goal. So this is what I say to people: problems are questions. Problems are questions. Product are answers. That means that if I don't learn to be on the wavelength of the question that the prospect are asking, I am not going to be giving them the right answers to their life. So